Yo, what's up? Detroit, it turns out, is bankrupt. What? Who saw that coming? Well, probably a lot of people. The experts are saying it's been coming for 60 years now. I visited the city years ago in the 90s as a teenager, and I remember being shocked just at the condition on the street level. You know, empty streets, abandoned buildings everywhere. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before or since, really, for that matter. And I can only imagine how much worse it's gotten since that time. So what about the city? Like, what's so bad? You know, people see this as sort of a natural conclusion to what's been going on for a number of years there. The city's been top 10 in crime for 24 out of the last 27 years, with a crime rate 5 times the national average. The police response time is 58 minutes versus 11 minutes at the national average. Imagine that. Like, if somebody's breaking into your house, you call the cops, an hour later they get there. Whatever is going to happen has already happened by that point. You know, there's 78,000 abandoned buildings in the city. That's amazing. Like, imagine 78,000 homes abandoned, but this is not just homes. This is high-rise buildings, you know, maybe office, you know, commercial buildings, whatever. 40% of the streetlights in the city don't even work. So, you know, basically almost half the city is in darkness as soon as night falls. It's small wonder that the crime stats are as high as they are. Now, I don't want to spread doom and gloom, but I truly see this as a sign of things to come on a much larger scale. You know, chances are that pretty much everyone you know has debt of some kind, whether that's credit cards, student loans, mortgages, car loans, etc. It's all over the place. Pretty much everybody I know has some kind of debt. There's some exceptions out there, but they're rare. What about the city that you live in? Chances are it has debt too, let alone the province or the state and the country. The United States, for example, their debt is 17 trillion. If you don't believe that, Google the US debt clock and it'll prove it to you. Canada's debt is 605 billion. You know, it's not that bad when you compare it as a ratio to our GDP. Like, it's a lot better than Europe and the United States for sure, but it's still a lot of money. Now, what I'm wondering is, who is this money actually owed to? Is there some super rich country out there laughing all the way to the bank while everybody else is in the poorhouse? If there is, I don't know which country we're talking about. What I think, rather, is that this money is just fabrication. It's just numbers on a screen. It's printed paper. It doesn't mean anything. You know, some people have already woken up and realized this, but the vast majority of the population has no clue. They'd much rather think about Justin Bieber or, you know, some other celebrity on TV than actually, you know, wake up to the reality that, you know, we're living in a house of cards and it's only a matter of time until that house crumbles. So I hope I'm wrong about that, but I really think that this is indicative of a much larger trend that's about to happen.